Lucas and Dominic, pleasure to meet you. Shall we begin the renovation of the Verscheidenberg?
Remember the sacrifice that got you here. If you value your life, run, or you won't live to see the dawn.
What kind of a voice was that? I'm here alone with my brother. I have to be. Or have I been dreaming?
Lucas, come on, you have to see the fountain. We'd never have found the castle if it wasn't for that weirdo in the village. He even gave us a map of the place. He probably lives here. Or maybe the lights were left by the local kids when they were up to God knows what mischief. Anyway, how did he have any idea we were on our way to these ruins? Maybe because you told him you liked old castles, and because we're twins, he thought we had a hobby in common. Let's have a look at the Baron's chambers.
This hall is enormous. I can't help but wonder what it must have looked like when it used to shine. But where's my brother? Locked. Where's the key? It must be here somewhere. I'll have to look around.
Remember, these old castles are full of secrets, my dear brother. Have you forgotten the sliding carpet in the castle in Ireland with the secret switch under it? Of course, have a seat, you tired old man. You're never going to turn down an invitation to sit down on few. Do not look back. That statue, it is moving. Run!
Really majestic place, but somewhat ruined for me. I'll find a way to make it work. Kurt feels very much at home. Not to mention, he's very fond of the dogs in the kennels. What I don't like is the fact that he might be a bit over the top with the help he's been giving me at Baroness's orphanage. I mean, I think he's getting too attached, and I have such big plans with the children.
It's crushing to feel so alone, but I know this endless waiting will soon end. My heart will be full of love again, in anticipation of the arrival of my Prince Vladimir and his adopted son, Kurt. The first time I saw my beloved at the All Saints' Ball in Prague, I shall never forget. I felt an unimaginable love at the sight of his eyes on me. I knew immediately that we would get along when I met his son, Kurt. He's a handsome boy, but terribly shy. I'm afraid he must have experienced something horrible in his past.
Lucas! Stand up! They're here!
Scared. I just want to play a game with you.
The smell is nauseating. Could it be some kind of gas? All this blood. I hope the blood is not that of my brother.
Initially, I was skeptical about the Baroness's idea of a children's home, but in the end I decided it was not a bad idea. The children are grateful for having somewhere to live and for the bread that the Baroness so kindly gives them. Inexpensive workforce, but very limited. Sadly, their hunger is unfathomable, as is mine. But I did notice that 2 of the boys are missing. It's got something to do with Kurt, I'm afraid. Doesn't he know that he must be careful not to be discovered?
Behind you, look. Behind you. I'm behind you. I am right behind you.
Those poor children. This was probably the orphanage Vladimir had been talking about. The padlock has been worn off. Perhaps some acid would do the trick.
If it hadn't been for Vladimir, I would never have been able to set up and run this orphanage, because his financial resources and his moral support were the 2 things that I was lacking. I am eternally grateful to him for giving me this opportunity. The children are happy and playful, and even Kurt fell for them. Vladimir has kindly offered to look for families for the poor souls, as the dungeon, even though it has been modified a little, is still not a suitable place for them. In fact, some of the children have already gone to live with surrogate families. I am very happy for them, but saddened by the fact that I have not been able to say goodbye.
sublime, but very frightening. So are all those lit candles after centuries. I can clearly see a way in through the cracked floor. I don't believe, but I could certainly use the angel to help me get in.
It's here, just as I dreaded. The enemy is laying siege to Verscheidenberg, and some of the cannons have destroyed parts of this hall. Thanks to Gustav, who had a complete disregard for the facts and decided to join the Hellhounds anyway. And of course, he had the key to the back entrance to the castle grounds with him. The sound of the enemy's attack is in my ears. I will meet the definitive death.
Has been happening around here. I still haven't had a sight of my brother. I am very worried about him. These orphans require a great deal of energy, and it is indeed a demanding job. Nevertheless, these children energize my empty body, mentally, physically and literally. Unfortunately, it's not going to last forever, because Vladimir wasn't happy when the last incident occurred. He has found a job for me in the underground, and to be honest, I don't even mind it, as no one in the prison cares about these sinners. On top of that, I really hate the sun. My empty heart, however, is filled with sadness that I will not see the Baroness as often as I would like.
The night I had my most horrible dream, after a night, I woke up with scream. The soul entered the castle, and evil he was, hungry for power, not accepting the loss. The soul of the darkness that has no end in sight. By his ubiquitousness, he suffocates my light. My eyes, too late, saw the plague. He stands here, sealing my fate. Bloody eyes looked at me with a burning look. Putting his hand in his waist, a sword he took. Oh, my dear Lord, forgive me for hesitation. I was blind, now the grave is my destination. You should have been on your way when you had the chance. I tried to warn you.
Without a tool, I can't release the chain. Wait, stop. The padlock is in shambles. I will have to find a means of removal. Only a real beast could do such a monstrous damage. I should not be here as such. I need my brother to be searched for. Is anybody there? Hello? Fuck! Fucking hell! What was that?
Enough. You can't go any further. All right, have it your way. I'm going to help you, but you're not going to like what comes out of this. Vladimir, there's been a change in him. He acts cold, and I haven't seen Kurt for a long time. Luckily, he's making an effort, and a lot of the orphans have already found foster families. Kurt was strangely happy walking around the cemetery. He suffers from insomnia, so he often patrolled the cemetery at night because the poor thought I buried the rich with my ancestors, which is nonsense. After the priest's disappearance, Vladimir coldly informed me that Kurt was working somewhere else, and that according to Vladimir, the cemetery was safe. That was strange to me because there's no one on guard there, but there hasn't been an incident for several months. I would love to know what Vladimir did.
It may be that the Baroness had no idea what was going on. Either way, I'm going to have to find a way to dispose of the mass in the corridor.
Beware, for this graveyard is capable of conjuring up the grimmest of nightmares you've ever experienced.
Memories of the terrible horrors I experienced at Osterseestein flood my mind. As I sit here, the whore who has abused and raped me for the last year, since it was physically possible for me to do so, has not done well according to Vladimir. And this belongs to the bitch. This cemetery still reminds me of that power. I don't know why I can't stop being here. Maybe it was because I liked it. I've no idea what the answer is. In any case, I don't even dare to touch the tombs. Because since Vladimir took these precautionary measures against the tomb raiders, there have only been 2 cases. And I saw for myself how the poor man had been ripped to pieces, not leaving a drop of blood or a piece of flesh. The second time, the man got away with it because it was a priest's grave. When he found bones and holy water, he filled the grave and tried another one. Nothing was left of him either. The words of the priest, which became the epitaph on his tombstone, I shall never forget. God is spirit, and his worshippers must worship in spirit and in truth.
I know what I must do, but after what Dominic and I went through in that trench in 1920, there is no stopping me.
is offering you a helping hand. All you have to do is reach out for it.
Who is that? Who's there?
Don't have fear, children. I'm a friend of yours, and I'm going to help you through this difficult situation.
All right then. What else can we do? Go ahead, Lucas.
We don't want to be late. I've never had complete control, though I can hold them off for a while.
What kind of things are these? They are statues. Statues that move.
These angels are fickle creatures. Let's go below ground. I have a laboratory there and I can help you.
A laboratory? Who the hell are you, anyway? And what are you doing here under the ground?
Vladimir's the name. I've lived here for a long time, but I haven't been able to leave. I'm in search of a way to stop the creatures.
Lucas, are you okay? Vladimir, I need you to come and help.
going to help you once more. But it will be the last time, for my strength is about to leave me. You are on your own from now on. There's no turning back, but you must be extremely careful, for the angels are in reign here.
2nd of February, 1735. I don't know. I really don't know. On the one hand, I don't mind it. But on the other hand, deep down in my heart, I feel a tremendous sense of sadness. I'm very thankful for Vladimir, but I don't know what to do. I can't do it anymore. I can't go on like this. I've accepted the offer of a job at Eldridge Hall, to be the family's assistant. I may find a peace while working hard.
January, 1736. I never thought I'd be able to find these creatures, much less be in control of them. There are many mysteries in the Black Mirror. I can control hordes of angels with my powers, but I don't know why this ectoplasm exists. I mean, it's what trapped Kurt in the archives at Eldridge Hall. Why is it here at all? It doesn't matter. At least I have a few servants to keep me company. Maybe through these angels I can find a way to get the cure. And for that, I must enter the Black Mirror at any cost. In addition to the angels, I had something else with me that was under my control. According to the notes, it was a slave trader whose head was nearly torn off by his tortured slaves. It is going to be an unprecedented addition to my collection of servants.
That's not good. Lots of angels. Dominic better be all right.
There has to be a blood sacrifice to be allowed to enter.
There's something not right about the light. There's something not right about the light. the appearance of an ancient mechanism, but is clearly missing parts.
especially after she discovered my secret and Kurt's. The Baroness has become a nuisance. That's why I have to throw her out. I'll probably have to move her down to the torment chamber in the basement, or she might do even more damage. I don't like the fact that she visited the Duke, and I'm a little concerned that she may have talked. Kurt mustn't be in the know. Boring this eternal life can still be, for thanks to the attention of the public, I have to huddle together in this musty castle in the company of that bitch Baroness. Fortunately, with the help of Baroness's orphans, I've found a way to make my stay here more enjoyable. I've prepared special rooms for them here in the dungeon, so that I can extract the sweetest of blood from them. Of course, the Baroness is under the impression that the children are adoptees. But how long is it going to take for her to find out the truth? The more vitae blood there is, the tastier it is. And that's what children are best for. Not only do you get to taste their suffering, but you also get the sweet red nectar afterwards. The rescue and transformation of Kurt when he escaped from Osterseestein has partially satisfied my desire for a son of my own. I'm just slightly annoyed by Baroness's newfound affection. I ought to have her on a stake.
Sculptures. I suppose they must be guarding something. I just hope that my brother hasn't fallen into their claws.
My most trusted servant has been in secret communication with me about the horrors beneath the castle. As I descended into the cellar, I was immediately struck by the pungent and unbearable stench of melting flesh. My God, my orphans. What was worse was the sight of the bodies of my poor orphans, so full of life, not long before. The Duke promised to lay siege to Verscheidenberg when I told him what a monster Vladimir was. He would take it as a sign to attack if he didn't receive a letter with my name on it within 3 days. Little did I know that when I returned to Verscheidenberg, I would feel the wrath of Vladimir for what I had said. Here I am, imprisoned, deep beneath the castle, hearing the soldiers in the distance. I hope that, together with Vladimir, they will destroy this place of evil. The only thing I'm worried about is Kurt. But he's not supposed to be here because Vladimir sent him on a mission. And that's how I came to be. Because someone or something came to erase me from the existence of the living. I never had the chance to see the light of the end of the siege.
time went on, I improved on the torturing I used to do. I start by starving them, and then I throw them a piece of dry bread. Boy, you should see how they start to fight over a piece of bread. Before I move on to the next stage of torture, I repeat the process several times. Later, I feed some of them only raw meat, the deceased other children, of course. And last but not least, I leave them to be subjected to the power of my whispering angels. Within a few days, they are eaten alive by flies and other insects, followed by more traditional methods such as burning them in a bull or anointing them with honey for the flies. It is only then that the blood is truly tasty.
Do not look back!
Is it just my imagination? Or have I just stepped through the gates of hell? It is another device that is preventing my brother from being set free.
should be grateful to your brother for what he has done for you.
I'm not going to allow it. There'll be no harm to Dominic. He's my brother.
Oh, really? Do you think I'm going to give you a chance? Now, you listen to me, and you look me in the eye. You'll forget your brother's existence and you'll be on your way away from this place. There will never be a return to this place in your life.
I will forget my brother's existence, and I shall walk away from this place. I will never try to come back to this place.
Verscheidenberg does not exist and never did.
Verscheidenberg does not exist, and it never has.
All right, now go and don't look back.
Sorry. I don't have any more strength to help you. You must end it by yourself.
Vladimir, I'm going to find a way. I'm going to make you die today.
I cannot believe I was able to persuade Vladimir to make the agreement, but it was the only way to save my brother. I have no idea what his fate would have been. Tortured, I suppose. Death? Perhaps. I'm not going to allow this. I offered Vladimir a deal, and Vladimir gladly took it. I become his servant. He erases Lucas's memory and releases him. My brother may have no memory of me, but he will have a life. Brother, I'm so very sorry.
Oh, poor Dominic. All the sacrifices he has had to make for me. Have no fear, brother. I'll be your savior. It is locked. Again.
How many more centuries will I be able to hold my body together? For millennia I have walked this earth, my malady strengthened by the power I gained the night I became a Nosferatu. I do not know how many years ago or how it occurred, but I'm sure it must have been in the 7th century. But that does not matter, for I must find a way to free myself from this sickness. From what I have read in books and from what the ancient oracles said, there is only one way to be free of my illness. And that is a cure from beyond the Black Mirror, from the realms of the Whisperers. If only I could send the angels, or if only Kurt could send them to get the cure for me.
I've no time for pitiful and worthless games. However, I think, perhaps it looks like a puzzle. These stone stars will surely fit in some place. I'm not allowed to lose them. Pure soul. If only I had a vessel of some kind. From a pure heart I could draw blood, and I'd be one step closer to Vladimir's destruction and Dominic's salvation. Water. In such a place as this, I'm sure I'll be needing that.
over 1,000 years, no one has managed to stab me successfully. So I'm really surprised.
How is that possible? You were supposed to be dead.
Silence! I don't believe that your love for your brother is so strong that you can withstand my manipulations and still remember him. Don't worry. I'm not going to kill you. But you have to understand that I can't allow you to reveal my secrets to the world.
No.
Later you'll thank me. Now that everything has been taken care of, I have a job for you to do. Verscheidenburg, it is my wish that you restore this place to its former glory. You will soon be transformed. You will be thrilled, I have no doubt of it. Even your brother was afraid at first, but now that he has his new power and his immortality, he's not complaining at all. Kurt should be back from his last investigation in a few days to help you. As you know, Kurt is my adopted son, and he will be very happy to finally have a family, at least a partial one. He'll be a delight to you.